Hi, welcome to Quarantine Coding Club. My name is Coach Judith, and I am going to be walking you through an episode of our Quarantine Coding Club. This is the second half of a response video. If you haven't watched the first half, then I recommend that you go and watch the first half of this. We are watching a video that my coworker Stephen made where he is talking about how he is designing these video episodes that we're watching together. And I have commented already on the first 2 minutes. We're going to watch the next 3 minutes and talk about the third, fourth, and fifth element of his video. A little bit about me. I have been teaching coding to kids for about 6 years. I've worked in industry and I've also worked mostly in classrooms with children. Looking forward to being on this Quarantine Coding Club journey with all of you. Let me set up the video here and let's keep watching Stephen's video. Here we go.
When COVID-19 struck, I filled several notebooks with fuzzy ideas for how I could help.
All right, so for those of you who are in the expert category, maybe you noticed this little joke already, but I'm going to point it out. When Stephen talked about the fuzziness, he made the screen fuzzy. It was a little hard to read. I think that was a little bit of a joke. So when he started thinking about the quarantine, as we all did, we probably all started to think about what are we going to do if we're all stuck in our houses, if we can't go to school. Let's see what Stephen came up with.
And one of them bubbled to the top. Help others help me help.
So a lot of you are probably thinking about help. Stephen thought, what can he do that would help other people, that would help him, that let us all get through the situation together?
So I launched this show to demonstrate a method for taking that first step. It really doesn't require anything other than a paper and pencil, or whatever writing tools you have.
All right, so Stephen launched this show because he wanted to teach other people how to code, because learning how to code has really helped, or knowing how to code has really helped him get through this. We all have our different methods of things that we're doing to help you get through being stuck in our homes, being quarantined, being without our teachers, without our friends, without some of our family members. Stephen, as a coder, was maybe better suited than other people because he often works alone. He's able to work at home, and he decided what he wanted to do was help other people get through that by creating this YouTube series where he tells you, bring paper, where we're going to learn how to code. We're all going to talk together. We're going to have like a little online community. Let's keep watching.
But then I hit a problem. I have more things on the list. I even tried to start one last week. But sadly, what I don't have anymore is time.
All right. So he thought of other things that he wanted to talk about. Some of you may have seen the other episode where Stephen went to the grocery store and tried to use his scientific background to figure out when it was safe to go in the grocery store. So what we are experiencing here in San Diego, a lot of our stores are limiting the number of people in the store. And we've also been told that you can just pick up COVID-19 and potentially get sick just from being around other people. So you want to limit the number of other people you are near. And so Stephen thought he could use his scientific background and maybe making a video to help figure out when is a good time to go to the grocery store and how do we know it's safe to go in the grocery store.
Remember, I'm a coder, not a vlogger. I've spent the last 8 episodes, let's just say, demonstrating the learning process by example. I'm getting faster, but it still takes me 8 hours to make less than 10 minutes of content.
All right, so Stephen's big problem that he is about to talk about, these videos that Stephen's created are just a few minutes long, and it's taking him an entire day to create a video that's a few minutes long. Now, maybe that's okay. Maybe that 8 hours to create a few minute video that can help a lot of people out there because they will learn how to deal with being quarantined and deal with COVID-19 and learn how to code. Maybe that's okay. But Stephen wanted to try to refine his process. And as a coder, he maybe has some ideas about how to do that.
So the first enemy to slay with design is time. I need to make myself faster, but I also want to improve the quality of the show.
All right. I want to just show that little graph right there. So this little graph here is it's a graph that shows the difference between quality. He wants the quality of the show to go up while the amount of time to create the show goes down. And so the idea is that the further out in time you go, the quicker the videos will be for him to produce, but the better they will be to watch. So that is the problem that he's trying to solve.
A word you'll hear designers use is ideation. This is any process for idea generation.
All right, so the word ideation, if you haven't heard that word, and then I just want to repeat what Stephen said, is the process of creating ideas, ideation.
Probably heard of brainstorms or mind maps. Well, I just now did both. Here's what I got. First, I need some faster pipelines. It takes...
All right, so here's some ideas that Stephen had. We're going to watch him go through the process of how to create his videos with higher quality in a faster amount of time.
Time to get ideas from paper into a computer to edit. It takes time to do voiceovers, and these pipelines can be coded.
Oh, did you catch that? These pipelines can be coded. So Stephen is a coder, so he's always looking for ways that he can use code to make his videos better or to make anything that he does better. In this case, it's videos.
Second, I need some structures, like this one, where I spend 1 minute on 5 related topics. If I know the structure into which I'll be placing my ideas, that's one less thing I have to think about.
For those of you who didn't see the first half of the video, Stephen explained that this video is going to be 5 minutes and he is going to talk about each topic for 1 minute. That's the structure of the video.
I need to design those. Third, I need criticism, a framework in which I get feedback from others and use it to improve my work.
All right, criticism. So how do you do that if you're creating a video and you don't know who's watching it? A lot of people will hopefully be watching these videos on YouTube and be giving comments. Maybe a lot of them will be giving constructive criticism, which is not just being mean criticism or being, yay, what a great video criticism, but specific things that can help Stephen make his videos higher quality in a faster amount of time.
This keeps me from wasting my time on things that aren't clear or don't have any value. Of course, I need a website. That's a no-brainer for a coder. Join me on the next page for one last minute of this episode.
All right, so we have now done 4 of the 5 minutes of this, and we're going on to the last one, which I believe was about value.
Maybe the one upside of everything getting worse is that suddenly there are a lot of people you can help.
All right, so that's a really nice thing. It's true that things may be getting bad in your area, bad all over the world, but this does give people the opportunity to help one another. So whether it's helping someone in your neighborhood, helping someone that you haven't met before through the internet, there's a lot of different ways. Let's see what Stephen thinks that we can do to help.
And if you just ask yourself, what can I do to help? And then you go out and learn that, you will be learning so much faster than going to school, sitting in class, getting lectured at, getting homework assignments, getting your tests graded, reading.
Okay, so this is a really important point. I think people learn when they are motivated. That's what Stephen's talking about. So if you're a student and you go to school because your parents tell you you have to go to school, and you do your homework because your teachers tell you that you have to do your homework, maybe you're not really motivated about that topic. But if you've decided that there's something that you can do to help in your community, maybe it's helping your elderly neighbor by mowing that person's lawn because they don't want to go outside. They're not healthy enough to go outside. Maybe you don't know how to mow a lawn, but you could learn that skill. You are going to be motivated to learn that skill faster and do it in a better way because it's something that is really meaningful to you. And that's something that I think being in this quarantine together has helped all of us.
From textbooks, you have a chance to really do something meaningful, to say, I want to learn to code because I want to help that person.
All All right, so Stephen is going to teach us how to code. Stephen is a coder, and that is something that he's really good at doing, teaching coding, doing coding. Hopefully, you're going to be learning some coding in our quarantine coding club, and then maybe you can use your coding skills to help someone else. What are some ideas that you have for how you can use skills that you learn from quarantine coding club to help other people?
You have to do right now is look around and ask, who needs my help? It doesn't have to be a million people. It doesn't have to be enough to launch a new app. It just has to be someone.
All right. So if you find something that you are motivated to do and that you can do quickly and do well, then you will be helping other people and that will make the world a better place. And I think that's one of the things that we've all learned, that we can make the world better as we all get through this together. This is the end of this episode. Thanks.